Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of The Slope Podcast. We're on episode 77.
Already.
Ooh, lucky 77. This is your weekly podcast on Nogizaka46, Keyakitte Kakenai, Hinatazaka46, and Yoshimoto-zaka46. My name is Jimmy, aka Swoltaku, and I'm joined, as always, by my friend and co-host, Mr. Josh Box.
That's me.
Once again, the third member of the Slope Club, Boy Kun, or the Slope Podcast, is on hiatus. He's actually here in the chat. If you're watching the live stream, you can say hi to Boy. If not, you just have to comment it in the YouTube video. But yeah, he's taking a little break from doing the podcast. But he's still doing Slope Club stuff. Mm-hmm. Look at him editing video. Yeah, he just finished finals last week, so he's taking some much needed break. But he should be back next week. So look forward to that.
Mm-hmm. Keep us in the circle that we need to be in, or else we go too crazy out of it.
Oh, okay. I legit had this dream. Okay, I'm not even kidding.
Okay.
I had a dream that we were holding an audition for a new member.
Why would we do an audition?
It's a dream. I don't know.
Submit your video submissions.
No, we were like in a room and people came into the office room to audition.
Uh-huh.
And then like, what is it? You were getting mad in this dream because you were like, well, now we're going to have to like start a new podcast, like a whole new podcast if we get a new member in. You know, and then we're like, no, this doesn't have to be like Keyakitte-zaka46. And you're like, no, but we cover them, so we have to do it like them. And like, I was getting so angry in the dream, trying to explain to you that we don't need to do this. But you're like, no, if we have a new member, then we need to have a new show for that member. I'm like, that defeats the purpose of having a new member. So yeah, please hold on and wait for news of the Slow Podcast nationwide audition. Who's gonna be second gen Slope, dude?
I don't know. We have some. What would be our standards for that?
We need someone to bring up the visuals. That's why.
Yeah, cause since Boy isn't here, our visuals are down lately, so. We need someone else to bring it up even more.
Our visuals dropped heavy once Boy left, dude.
Mm-hmm. So now we need someone to like amplify it even more, right?
Yeah. Like we're looking into talks with Chris Hemsworth.
You have to be at that level already.
Any of the Marvel Chris's. Anyways, how have you been, Mr. Box?
I've been all right. Nothing to report. We released the video.
Yeah, we did.
It was with former NMB48 member and captain of B2, Kamieda Emika. If you have not checked it out, please check it out on our channel, Slope Club. We talked to her, we interview her, we find out some moments while she was in the group, what she's doing now out of the group, and what her future looks like. Thank you, anyone use this for the 1 year. Look at that.
Dang,
1 year.
What?
Anyone use this? 1 year.
That's crazy. Oh, I'm like actually flabbergasted that we've not only have been streaming for a year, but we've have someone who's been subbed for that long.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Thank you very much. And thank you all of you who watch and support us.
Yeah. It would not still be happening if it wasn't for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Just look at my YouTube channel.
Imagine Jimmy's YouTube channel, but just on the Slope Club instead. So empty.
Yeah, dude. I'm so proud of this community. Where's that freaking picture, dude? But anyways, yeah, we just released a video with Kamieda Emika. It was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Got to know what she's been up to a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I'll announce it here since I have the stuff.
Oh, okay. Go ahead,
But,
Jimmy.
You guys will have to stay tuned to when we actually release it. So I guess this is the perk of watching it live. You get to know ahead of time before anybody else. But
oh, it was right there the whole time.
we're giving away Uh, 3 sets of postcards
Mm-hmm.
from Kamieda Emika's photo book.
Look at that.
Let my failure be your gain. See, this is my set.
Don't show it. No, it's a sneak
won't
peek. Don't show the sneak peek.
Yeah. I won't show the rest. I'll just like, this is my set. So I have one for myself. That's all I needed. I thought I was only going to be getting 4 different ones,
Mm-hmm.
but it turns out I got 4 sets of all of them. So yeah, we'll be giving away. So stay tuned. If you're not already following us on Twitter, make sure you do, because that's probably where we're going to be doing it. Yeah. I looked through her photo book. It's a pretty good photo book.
Oh.
Like really nice. Like definitely not one of the ones that like all the good stuff was in the previews, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you guys really need motivation to stick to your diet, pick up Emichi's photo book, dude. It's shot by a Spanish photographer too, so it's kind of very different from a lot of like the Japanese photo book aesthetic.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Like
Like it's a lot more saturated, a lot more
contrast.
contrasty.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Which is nice. That's kind of the look that I like. So,
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed it. Yeah. I will say it's a little thin for my liking.
It's like graphic novel thin.
Ooh, no, it's like, look at that, dude. Ooh.
Compared to a regular photo book.
Yeah, it's like a magazine, dude.
Mm.
Yeah, but there's plenty of Mizugi photos if you guys are into that stuff, you freaks. Yeah, and she just looks great in it. So yeah, it's available to pick up. You just gotta fill out like a. I'll let you guys know. We in the video for the interview we put a link to it. It takes you to a Google Doc, which I guess you fill out, and then that gets sent to her management, and then they'll give you back a price, and so you just PayPal the management that price, and then they'll ship it to you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit weird. It's not like buying it off of Amazon or anything like that. But if you guys are sketched out by it, don't be. I got mine.
Jimmy's
so
living proof.
I can recommend it with utmost confidence.
Mm-hmm. And there's limited number of them left, so I'd pick it up if you want to. Yes, but go ahead and check out that video. Get it more views, so then we could potentially have more guests along that are around that level, because it's a pretty high level.
Yeah, dude. Make us look good, please, guys.
And please like and comment the video and share it with your friends.
All right, but that's enough of us plugging ourselves. How about we plug you guys with some news?
Ooh, look at that. Wait, I was gonna say comments. I thought you were gonna go with comments.
That
would have been better.
How about we plug you guys with some comments?
Jimmy's gonna be too lazy to edit that out.
Oh yeah, it's still gonna be in there. Ooh, did you see one of the comments was I don't know. I'll let you do your comment in the leak first, and then I'll say it.
Okay. So first comment is a quote. Well, no, I'll go with that one second.
Oh, you have more than one comment.
Yeah, I have two.
Okay.
I forgot the first one. Wait, I got this. Wait.
I believe in you, bud. Come on.
Okay, I'll say 3 because I just saw this one and it made me laugh. This was from Danny. He says, "Jimmy, please text Josh more. He's lonely."
And to that, I would say, well, Josh, that's what the Discord is for. If you guys aren't already, you can join us on our own Discord server. We have the link below on every video.
Look at that.
Look at this.
I'm so proud of you, Jimmy. I'm so proud of you,
This is how
Jimmy.
bad the dynamic is thrown off now that boy isn't here. I'm
proud of you,
chilling
Jimmy.
like Mr. Box here. Yeah, but it's cool. We do have a fun Discord. We post obviously 46, 48 group, other idol stuff, and we just have a general chat too where we talk about random stuff. Recently, Danny, Josh, and I were planning our weird Japan trip. Not really planning, just more fantasizing. But yeah, you can join.
I don't know about you. I'm planning.
Ooh.
And Jimmy's joining along if he likes it or not.
Oh hell yeah, dude. That's called kidnap, but that's fine. But yeah, that's the first comment. So no, I won't text you more, but I will. But you can find me on the Discord, Mr. Box.
Oh, okay. I'll do that. You can find all of us there.
There's
And
also lewd and doge content if you are a Twitch supporter or Patreon supporter.
so go ahead. That's another initiative to support us on Twitch. All right. Next one. The next one is... I forgot the second one. This is what happens when Boy isn't here. He isn't here
To make you remember.
to make me remember. Okay, so here's a comment that something I got wrong in the last episode. It's Kaki Haruka, who is a manga artist among fourth gen. It wasn't whichever other member I said.
You said Kakehashi Sayaka because she had the nice drawing of fourth gen members during the art video, which kind of makes sense because she's like 14, you know. But I don't know, when you said that she drew manga, I just like imagine that like, oh, okay, she does that as like a hobby and stuff like that. I didn't realize there was like a member that draws manga.
But Kaki Haruka like draws it really well.
Yeah. Yeah, I looked it up after that comment. I was like, oh shoot, okay. So thank you for that correction.
Always appreciated.
H. Brent. Yeah. We're always down with being corrected. This is not a show of experts.
When we do a show on experts, we'll let you know.
So
last comment is concerning Jimmy and Mr. Josh Fox talk about Oshimen and Oshimen graduations. I took Jimmy, Josh, and Boykun's advice to choose a Nogizaka 3rd gen member as a new Oshimen, but I'm in a little bit of a pickle. I've been stuck between Yamashita Mizuki and Yoda Yuuki for a while now, and I can't decide who to choose. I know this may be kind of dumb to ask and or talk about, but may I have some suggestions, please? Thank you, my friends. That's from Adam Kinzel.
Mukai Husky. I can't.
That's not one of the options, but okay.
I can't support her because she is my own sibling, but I wish somebody else would. So please support Husky. I'm just kidding. No, but then if you read that thread, Sue Daro also comments and he gives a really good advice. He said, "Here's a silly advice: don't choose one, bro. At least not until you're sure."
Ooh.
The whole idea of Oshimen is just a community-based concept created for fun among fans and business among companies. Just because everyone is doing it doesn't mean you must have one too. There are fans who like the entire group and don't have an Oshimen. There's even a term for it, Hako Oshi. So yeah, don't worry about it too much. You'll know when you know. There's some people that say you don't choose your Oshimen. Your Oshimen chooses you.
I was about to say that too.
Ooh.
Look at that. Just let your heart direct you to the way. Yamashita Mizuki. And
well, because it works out both ways. I feel. I don't know. Like okay, we were talking about the other group. My first Oshimen was Shinoda Mariko, right? And I think that was like definitely one of the ones where my Oshimen chose me because I didn't even know what the term meant. I wasn't really looking for an Oshimen or anything like that when I got into titles. I was just like, oh man, this chick's really pretty and like she's really funny and her humor really like appeals to me. And then like that's what like drew me to her. Like anytime she was on like AK Bingo, like she was one that I was looking at. But then she graduated and I was sad. And then I had to pick a new favorite. And then she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna support Drina. Drina's like my little sis, or I'm her older sister. Or no, she's my older sister." Is like as Mariko always jokes that way. She's weird. So I was like, okay, if that's who Mariko is gonna support, that's who I'll also support. Because that's what she wants for me. And I don't know what happened, man. I went from like being kind of like okay with Drina, like I don't know, I didn't think much of her one way or the other until like she became like my overall Oshimen, and like I still support her even more than AKB or 48 group now. But that was an instance of me choosing my Oshi. But then so you make of it up what you will, right?
That's a good example, Jimmy. Do you want to say your bad example? Go ahead.
The worst part is now I have to ask which one.
You already know which one, Jimmy. The one we all know.
What? With Keyakizaka?
I'll let you decide.
All right. So there's Bemiho no Mo. Though, as much crap as I get for that one,
Well, you didn't officially choose her.
yeah, I never officially chose her.
Uh-huh.
That people just pushed her on me because I made the Bemiho "Let's Go" phrase. But I mean, I still like Bemiho. But anyways, yeah, and I also still like Hirate Yurina myself. When I first got into Keyakitte, I was like, ooh, this emo child is the best, dude. I will never choose another one.
Mm-hmm.
I already know who my favorite is, and I'll never have to. I know I won't second guess it.
How fast was that choice?
Too quick. Because then as more episodes of Keyakitte went by, and I got to see more of Shira Manaka's personality, I was just like, I chose too soon.
Mm-hmm.
But I already made my choice.
Mm-hmm.
And then let me just say, it was a lot of peer pressuring from friends. All right, I was like, just do it, come on. And I was like, fine. My Yoshimen is Shira Manaka now. And then everyone just attacked me like a pack of wolves, dude. Just
do it. Just do it.
yeah, we knew you would, you freak, you jerk. Like what? So yeah, don't let the whole Oshimen thing really bother you too much. If you have a favorite, cool. If you have a couple, hey, that's cool too.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're just not sure, you're just not sure, man. And then when you feel comfortable enough to make that decision, then you can make it.
I check out 4th gen as well. They're pretty fresh, so someone could catch it either.
Mm-hmm. Or like Sigurad says, you can say that your Oshi is Shiraishi Mai, even though in reality your Oshi is Manatsu, like some people do, some wodas.
Yeah, boy, come on.
He's not here to defend himself.
He's not here to defend
can't do
himself.
this.
I can say what I want.
Okay, so I was gonna bring up one comment, just
Go ahead.
because you're like, oh, Jimmy is not gonna edit this. Like, you said that earlier.
Uh-huh.
You also said it last week when you're like, oh, you're not gonna make a note, which I did.
Oh.
And thankfully, if you go to the comments, Mr. Miguel Perez has time-stamped it out at 58:29 minutes into the episode. I not only make that note, but Mr. Box has a little egg on his face.
Now I have to go to this and see it. Jeez. See, we're dragging down the podcast to watch other podcast episodes.
Why? I just wanted to bring it up.
What is this, Jimmy? What is that? I don't even want to see the other thing he timestamped. See, that's what I like when people like put timestamps to the favorite moments. Like, I see it as a way to improve ourselves. Kind of like, okay, they kind of like that kind of stuff. Like, if we get too memey, then I don't know how far is too far.
Ooh.
Versus like if we say something maybe that sounds somewhat smart, and see people like that. That's why I like people like using the clips on Twitch or using the timestamps on YouTube. I always like that. It's very much appreciated.
Yeah. Let's just know what part, like what content you guys like from us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the podcast is like an hour and a half long on average, so it's kind of hard for us to know exactly which part is good. You know, maybe you guys like it when I'm like really artistic and sophisticated. You know, like, oh, this really reminds me of an Alphonse Mucha drawing.
Or maybe you just like Lord Jimu, the the Lord of the Lewd.
Anyways, thank you guys for all the comments. We do really appreciate it, and yeah, we could go and read them, even if we don't read them out loud here. So make sure you guys continue to do that. Let us know what you enjoyed, what you found funny, what you found interesting, or if you have any corrections. They're all good and welcome. But that's enough of that. Let's move on to some current events.
Yeah, we're starting the show.
We're starting the show.
All right. So let's start. Go ahead, Jimmy.
So we got a lot of Nogizaka46 news.
A lot. Like, I think it's all Nogizaka news.
Interestingly enough, once Boy leaves, this podcast just becomes a Nogizaka podcast, apparently. Because I feel like that's all we've been talking about for the past like 3 weeks.
Boy brings the Keyakitte and Hinatazaka news with them.
But we've got some new goods on the official website. This is to go along with the summer countrywide tour for 2019. Yeah, Yeah, there's some good merch here. I like the general overall aesthetic. It's just Nogizaka written out in cursive,
Yeah.
right? Nogizaka46. Very minimal. Um, there's a few things here I'd like. So if anyone's living in Japan, please make note. I would definitely enjoy the dad hat
Oh, this one right here.
as yeah, as
Yeah.
well as what we're all thinking, the slides.
Oh, look at that.
Ooh,
Someone
and I just
please
say,
proxy us those.
uh, yeah, dude, it only comes in men's or women's size, so I don't know what that means, but I will take a men's.
You mean one take a woman's?
Boy-kun would as well.
Uh-huh.
If you check out my Twitter, I gave you the perfect pair of socks to rock with them if you're about that socks and slides life.
What are you talking about?
Especially
They
if
have the
you
socks
are
right here.
no. If you're a Sakaguchi Tamami fan, you want the socks that I provided.
Oh. Now you're making me go to your Twitter and looking up.
Okay, fine. Here, I'll link it. Just keep talking. I'll keep.
No, I'm already at your Twitter. All right, I
Okay.
found it. Right here. The purple. The ball is life. All right.
Oh, men's is a 42. I can't fit that, dude.
What is a 42? Like you said, I can't fit that, and you look it up to see what it is.
No, I just want to make sure.
What size is 42?
Oh wait, no, I'm good. I'm good
America.
with the 42. Never mind.
What
Wait,
is it?
No, hold on. Because it's in centimeters, right? That's what the 42 is.
I think so.
So 42 is like a size 11-ish. 11,
That big?
apparently. A 42 is a 9?
A
Oh,
9?
thank God boys here in the freaking chat, dude. Oh, it is. Sorry, I was looking at women's sizing. Ooh,
A 9 is too small for me.
yeah.
Roll rip.
Well, I need a 43 to 44, dude. But I'll squeeze. It's fine.
I just got to bend my toes a little, you know.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna be that guy that's just eagle clawing off of his sandals, dude. Like here's like the end of the slides, and here's your toe just curled over. Oh, it's the worst.
So there you go. If you're size 9 or like a little bit smaller, I imagine, then you should be good.
Yeah.
If
But,
you're any larger.
I guess I'll just have to rock the dad hat, dude.
Yes. How about, but have you seen the handkerchief? Or the scarf? What is
The
it?
kerchief, yeah.
Yep. Look at
It's
that.
like an ascot, right?
Yeah.
It's like it's a Fred from Scooby Doo.
I guess, yeah. You guys can get that. You guys can tote bag. Look at that. Clean black and white. You can get this light up things that they use for the concerts, right?
Yeah.
You can get this?
You want the glow up wrist watch?
A zipper bag to keep all your. You can keep your pens or your cables in here. I've seen people keep cables in here. Can you imagine carrying around a Nogizaka bag full of your cables? What other efficiency is there?
Ooh, I actually need that because like, I like currently just toss all of my cables into my backpack,
Mhm.
right? Which is like okay, that's fine. It gets the job done, right? When I go somewhere, but then like it's never just one or two cables anymore, right? Like
Mhm.
back in the day, it used to just be like okay, my headphones,
Mhm.
and then maybe my cell phone charger, right?
Mhm.
But then I like oh okay, then I also have like the cable that goes with my battery bank. Oh, and then I have like what is it? All my camera cables and like the HDMI cables and the audio cable, you know, and just
Let me show you my cables. So I keep them all in here, and there's like all these cables over here.
ooh.
All these cables over here.
Hey, that's actually kind of tidy though. That's nice.
But I still have other cables that don't fit in here. So I need a second one of these.
Yeah, and for 1,800 yen, it can be yours.
A Nogizaka theme, simple black and white, for only that price. What else can you want other than a Nogizaka46 Ziploc bag?
Yeah, so
Buy now.
someone if you're living in Japan, please help a brother out.
Please
dude.
pick these up for us. Just give us the hats. Give us 3 hats. We'll be cool.
I'm like checking Bai if it's like, ooh, it is on Bai. Hell yeah, my guy. Oh wait, no, they don't have anything like updated, dude. What? Whack.
Let's go ahead and check
So
those out.
So yeah, so we need someone living in Japan. Help us out. We'll take 3 hats and a pair of slides for boy.
There we go.
But yeah, that's enough of that. Let's move on to our next bit of news.
I guess that was kind of like a Shilling segment, right? A little.
Ooh, a little bit.
A little.
Yeah.
A little.
We'll count it as such when we do that. But anyways, up next we got some more Zambi Project news.
This is still going on?
It still is. They're really laying down the mixed media part of the Zambi Project, right? You know, when it first came out, we had no idea exactly what it was because it didn't say, oh, is it going to be a movie? Is it going to be a drama? Is it going to be a stage play? What? And we're like, oh, what if it's just like a bunch of shit? And it's been, right? They had like the stage play. They put trailers out for a drama. And then now we've got a haunted attraction.
Oh.
Right? It's going to be the Zambi world. You can experience what it's like to be in the Zambi Project yourself at Hikarie Hall in Shibuya.
I've been there.
This is going to be going on from July 31st to August 11th. It's called Zambi The Room. There's apparently multiple endings you can get.
Ooh.
So, yeah, you can go more than once.
Mm-hmm. So July to August. So it's only like there for like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So those of you who are going, better go on, head to this before it closes.
Once again, I'd be down to check it out, but I'm really bad with horror stuff. So I don't think I'd do it.
So you're saying if they told you, hey, Slove Club, all 3 of you come over and you get to visit this for a day, and then we'll send you back the following day, you would say no?
Oh, no, I'd do it if someone's going to pay for me to go all the way over there to do it. Like, I've done horror stuff before. It's just like my fight or flight instincts go through the roof.
What do you do? Do you fight or flight?
My initial is to like fight, but that's because I suck at cardio.
So you're like, oh, how should I have?
Well, yeah, it's like it's all like subconscious. It's not like I think this through, right? But like, you know, I think I just have like over the years I've had more confidence in like trying to like fight through someone than I've had trying to run away from someone. So when I'm in a scary position, like that's just the natural instinct I just go towards, right? So I remember I was going through like a haunted trail things they do at Balboa Park in San Diego every year, and then my friends finally convinced me to go with them. I was kind of into this girl who was going to, so that like played a part in, you know, me going. And yeah, I almost punched a dude, like, and it wasn't like me trying to be tough. It was like, it was a really scared punch, but I was still about to punch a guy because he like came at me with a chainsaw and he did like, whoa, you know, like that. But like, it just, that's my, like, okay, I don't want to do this because I'm going to get myself in trouble, you know? Like, like, oh, sir, please don't touch the actors. But he scared me.
He scared me.
That's his job.
Yeah, so if you're interested in going, go ahead and check that out. I don't know how you get tickets. You probably have to order them online or probably there.
Probably there because it's an attraction, right?
It's at Hikarie, so it's probably there.
Yeah.
It's probably like the J World stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's probably just like go in there. There's like a ticket booth. You get a ticket to go in. Like it's not VR or anything, so there's not like big setup.
Ooh, okay. What if the actual Zambi members were in it, Josh?
Like they work for 2 weeks straight of just being there?
Chasing people around.
Yeah,
you know?
chasing people around. There'd have to be other people there chasing as well so they can protect them.
All right, I am curious though, because it's like this is like, oh, there's like multiple endings and stuff, right? Like, can you get a bad ending?
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Can you like open the last door and then like it's like, oh no, you're surrounded, like there's no exit, you're just surrounded by zombies,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a bunch of like zombie idols just eating you while you die.
It's Jimmy, for you, that wouldn't be the bad ending.
Oh well, yeah, well not for me, but
What if the, like the
probably for
last
the
ending
average
is like none of the members show up and you just like get generic zombies?
This sucks.
That's the bad ending.
No, I highly doubt that we're gonna get any idol zombies, but it seems cool. It's very cool to see them doing like a lot of different things with this whole Zambi project.
I feel like they might do it once or twice, like for a TV show or something.
Yeah. But anyways, that's enough of that. Next, we've got some more Nogizaka news, courtesy of Nogizaka's YouTube
Oh,
channel. Just blew up my subscriptions
right.
a couple nights back.
Mm-hmm.
So the first video we have is what is it? Shika-chan no Doga, right?
Mm.
It's a preview of a bunch of like behind the scenes stuff that will be included in the upcoming single.
Mm-hmm.
So, example, it starts off with the drawings on the wall, and Mayan's pointing out to them from the No Yona Sonzai video,
Mm-hmm.
right? Ash is doing her drawings, they're all weird and stuff like that. I can't tell. Like one's supposed to be like I'm assuming is like a stingray, and then there's a I was about to say a tentacool, like that's a real
like a real animal.
that's like a real animal. There's an octopus.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Very very interesting world through the lens of Ash.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and from there it goes through like some snowboarding. You see them some rehearsals, some concert scenes, some other music video shots and stuff like that.
Lots of behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, I actually really enjoy these because it's kind of nice to kind of
You can
see
get some
them.
like photobook previews, like some photobook videos. Look at that with keychains.
Yeah, it's nice because you gotta get to see them, what the members are like when they're off. Obviously they know there's a camera on them, so they're never gonna be like fully off, right? But it's like, okay, well, this is just behind the scenes stuff. We can just relax and have fun a little bit, right? Like the us that's on like the Kamieda Emika interview versus the us that's on the post show and pre show. Like that's the difference here, right?
Uh-huh.
So it's cool, and I like that the ending of this preview is just like it's like 20 seconds of Ozono just like side shuffling back and forth, dude.
It's like that says a lot about her character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this reminds me of a Nogi camera on the Nogi bingos. Like on the special behind the scenes, there's always like the members who have like the shared camera and they carry it around, record other members.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy that whenever that comes out. That's like the first thing I watch. I don't even watch through the episodes. I just like watch through that.
Ooh, Smart Man brought up something really poignant in the chat. They did indeed shoot No Yona Sonzai at the beach. I was so certain that it was like a green screen beach.
Because mine wouldn't be near a beach.
Yeah, dude. I was like, there's no way. Mayans be like, oh, there's sun out? I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
But no, they shot it at a beach. So yeah, you can have all those questions that you've been wondering answered. These behind the scene videos. Up next, I'm actually gonna skip this next one real quick because it's kind of real. The other one's related. We've got some more YouTube news.
More?
Like I said, they blew up my my subscriptions, dude. This time, it's all the individual member PVs for 4th Gen. They've uploaded all the previews for that.
As you can see, I've watched all of them.
Oh my guy! So I haven't watched any of them. What do you have any recommendations?
Reyes is pretty good. If you want like a YouTube style, like really like a YouTube style. Like they have the subtitles and everything. They have the noises and everything. I'd watch your favorite fourth gen.
Oh, Yakubo.
Mm-hmm. The Trader tries to do some old school comedy. Seida's is really cute. I'd watch hers.
That bias, dude.
Oh, but Sakura's is even cuter. I'd check hers out for sure. Here,
Dude, that Sarah one's dangerous, my guy.
it's dangerous.
I clicked on it real fast, and like it starts with her just like plopping onto the bed. I'm like,
the Saito one,
oh.
yeah. But look at the
Yeah,
Sakura
dude,
one.
Tuned a little bit. All right.
Look at the Sakura one. Look at this.
Hold on, I'm just gonna watch it on your screen. Ooh.
So,
It's Sayaka, by the way.
Sayaka. What did I say? Sakura?
Sakura.
I meant Sayaka.
This guy's talking. This guy's on some Naruto stuff, dude.
My bad. I still haven't gotten the name straight. There's a lot of names.
Kakehashi Sayaka, dude. What a cutie patootie.
Let's see. Who else's video is good? Honestly, like I check out all of them. All of them have like a little twist on them. One of them sings a song. Who is it?
Endos, I believe.
Endo sings a song. Kind of Marika style. And you know, Marikas are always good. And will remain good. Let's see if someone can top her, which I doubt. But that's the individual PVs. Go ahead and check them out if you're interested in them. What's next, Jimmy?
Trying to find a way to segue this nicely.
Here, I'll do it for you.
Yeah, okay. I know what you're going to do. Go.
So, you know how there's fourth gen people, right? Have their PVs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not the only thing that came out. A music video came out.
What?
On their channel as well. And this is for the undersong of their newest single. And the name of this is Kassouro. I'm playing the music by
Is it
accident.
like
Wait
no
up.
longer available now?
What?
It's no longer available.
I'm playing it right now. So I'm playing like
That's fine.
the
Yeah, just
cash
play it.
version.
Yeah, good. Good thing that you preloaded it. I guess did the single just come out?
I think it
That
did.
has to be why, right?
Yeah.
That's usually when they take off the full versions and then they'll make,
Yes, so we have Ranza as the censor for the song.
I
And
literally opened it before the podcast started and was fine, and then so I closed it.
and everyone looks good in this music video. Let me just say that.
So what do you think of the music video so far, Mr. Box?
The music video is like, I like it because it's like gives off this empty feeling in this big old city. So like a lot of the shots you'll see it wide, and the members just walking by themselves when it's supposed to be like really crowded. And I think it's an interesting dynamic. I like the dance shots, like this whole like little place they're at with the light coming in from the back. And look, everybody color coordinated, and everybody having that glow up. Look at that.
Yeah, Ranze definitely stood out to me. Like, you know, like she's always been pretty, but I feel like hair and makes on really like knocked it out of the park with her look in this video.
I think everybody, whoever they hired for like hair and makeup, just keep on hiring this person.
Yeah, dude. Everyone looks fantastic. The song's nice and kind of funky, fresh, right? Which is my only thing is like it's another kind of a what's the word? Not I don't want to say dark, but it's like dark in the way that the fourth gen PV is. You know what I mean? Where I just feel like did they edit this video in a very dark room?
You use the same
like,
editor, same colorist.
Yeah, because I just feel like there's no whites in this video at all.
Oh, like there's nothing like truly white.
Yeah.
Like they just took the whites and then just.
But I mean that's a really weird complaint. Everything else is like really nice. I like the song actually quite a bit. Anytime you get that like kind of like funky jazz guitars, you know, where it's like all on like the high four strings, like the tick tick tick. I'm like, yeah, that's for James.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the colors in it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Yeah.
Very. It's kind of like I've been noticing like this trend of like the production in the B sides getting better and better, right? Because traditionally all the money gets spent onto the A side,
Mm-hmm.
and then you get these kind of budget B side videos, right? Where I think Nogizaka is crossing into that territory of like, oh no, every music video we put out has to be like
Top
at least
notch.
decently looking. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah. The solo shots are really good.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I like what they did with the editing for this one.
Yeah, there's like a few interesting. There's like a couple like match cuts in there,
Couple jump
right?
cuts that
Where
actually make sense.
yeah, yeah. Unlike Aladdin, ugh. Sorry. Yeah. Like there's like a member, and it'll cut to like another member in a different location, but then like the spot, like where the member is
in the same
framed
movement
is the
and
same.
everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good stuff. So that was Kassouro or Runway.
Go ahead and check it out in the single. That's on Blu-ray, so you get a higher quality than the YouTube version.
Ooh, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, we're moving on up, boys. No
Right.
more DVDs with 480 music videos.
Yuck.
Give us that true 1080. And you know what else better be in full high resolution beauty?
What?
Saito Yuuri's new photo book.
Oh, look at
which
that.
we just got some covers for.
Uh-huh. So here's the first
Right,
cover.
So Yuten's new photo book, Nanebyo no Shiawase.
Mm-hmm.
Right. 7 seconds of happiness. Yeah, we got a regular edition and then the 7-net limited edition.
Can I say the 7-net is way better than the regular one?
It's so much better, dude.
Like, I kind of just want to pay extra to get the 7-net one for shipping.
Yo, if you do, let me like Venmo you or Amazon or PayPal you, because yeah.
I wish that preview picture that came out was the cover, because that photo was so good.
Oh, right. What seemed very Art Nouveau, reminiscent of Alphonse Mucha painting. Of her in the circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, can you imagine if I had that sitting on my coffee
I
table?
display that right there. It's so good.
Yeah, no one would think I was a freak. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, this guy's really into photography.
Yeah, but instead of you have this picture of her just
Yeah, if you have
just
Yutan eating a
melon or whatever,
pineapple.
pineapple.
Yeah. Oh.
7-net. Oh, they probably paid more money to have the better one.
I know. They're like, give us that exclusive. Give us the good one.
There's
so
no Amazon one, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. Dude, because the first one's the normal one, like, I hate to say it, because Yutan's cute, right? Like, that's you can take any shot of her and be a nice shot. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but aside from that, it's so boring,
Yeah, it's like,
right?
it's not even like any other photo book. It's kind of like the leftover.
She's just eating. She's eating a fruit. She doesn't even have an exciting expression on, right? She's angrily eating fruit, and it just says "Nanabyo no shiawase."
Like, don't get me wrong, there's bokeh and everything, and like the side light and everything looks nice on her with the Rembrandt lighting, but when you compare it to this other one, or what could have been the other cover, I mean,
yeah, dude.
there's no comparison.
These are the things that irritate us. Because at least, like, I don't know, the other one has something going on for it, you know? It's like interesting,
Yeah.
you know? Like, we have just enough of a background to kind of like have it like, okay, there's a setting here.
The other one's just face.
Yeah, exactly. Her outfit kind of goes well with the background, if you notice, like the kind of pastel-y pink color, the way they have it color graded, kind of matches the wood tones. She's got some plants on it that matches the greens in the back. It's like, okay, like I can make a case here. The other one's like, so there's this girl and she likes to eat fruit. And then the background's so blown out you can't tell what's going on.
Let me just take out my 200 millimeter real quick.
Ooh, anyone use this as there's also a Rakuten version.
Oh. You want to link that real quick? Because if the Rakuten version is better, then I'll probably
We're all going to Rakuten, my guys.
Rakuten. Oh, the Rakuten version. Let's zoom in on this. Oh no, get out of here.
Oh, Well, it's definitely better than the regular version.
Mm-hmm. It's better than the regular one.
I still think that circle photo that you have there is the best one. And then after that,
here we go.
What
is this picture? Why is this
it's so tiny. Yeah, dude. I saw it in the previews, and I was like, "Oh hell yeah, they have it."
Look at this. What is this?
Like,
look how low res it is.
Rakuten, why you do this?
See, even this one would have been nice. This pink one.
Yeah.
This one would have been nice too. Like either that one or this low res one would have been nice.
Low res one in a high res version would have been the best.
It's probably on Amazon. Let me see.
Yeah, and then anything but the regular version.
Yeah, that regular version. Oh, they already changed it. I'm not too sure about that. Oh, here we go. I got it now. Here we go. See? This one would have been so nice. Imagine this right here. I'd display that.
Yeah. Now, would you prefer...
Even this one.
Like, where would you put Saito Yuuri Nanabio no Shiawase on that picture?
Like on the top now? Or at the bottom? To contrast?
Yeah, I was thinking in the bottom. Because I want to keep that circle pure.
But do you want to keep the texture at the bottom? Oh, yeah, the circle. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And then on the side, on the left side, have the name.
Ooh, maybe. Yeah.
You see? It's already there, but instead we have this.
Damn it.
Like even this one would have been better.
All right, time to go get like a high quality print of the what is it?
Of the picture.
Circle
Make
one.
your own cover.
And then we'll just we'll just tape it to the front. But anyways, that's enough of that.
Mm-hmm.
But we've got some more not quite photo book, but photo magazine news.
Mm-hmm.
Our girl Yoda Yuuki,
Ooh.
my third gen pick.
Oh,
now
really?
A model for two. She's now a regular model for two different magazines.
Oh, look at that.
Right, Maquia and Bis.
Not the group, not the idol group.
Not the group, but the fashion magazine, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she's gonna have, what is it? Her debut in Maquia in July 22nd, I believe. And or at least like I guess the announcement. And then what is it? She'll start as like a regular member on the September issue. And then in Bis, they will have the like first offering for June, and then she'll start like what is it, July as a regular member.
Look at her getting that work. People know the potential.
So she's laughing at us from the past, dude, when we used to be like, oh, Yoda Yuuki trying to pull off the sexy look. What is she doing?
You, since her photo book came out, I told her the reason they took out her photo book so early is because they saw her potential and want to see her in the future get another photo book and be like, oh, look at the difference. Look how much she's grown. That is the reason why she got a photo book so early. They saw the potential early.
I don't know about all that, but I am. Well, okay. She's definitely really, really pretty, right? Like, something can there. Like, there's no argument to be had there. Like, I had friends who don't know anything about Nogizaka, but they watched the Mob Psycho drama, and they're like, they hated the drama, but they did say like, oh, the girl's really pretty. She said, no, she's in this JPop group too, right? Do you know who she is? I'm like,
well,
let me sit down.
Yoda Yuuki was born in the city.
Let me tell you a story, my child. So yeah, I'm glad she's getting some more exposure. You know, there's like a magazine cover that came out pretty recently, or a shoot that she's like pulling her shirt up, and everyone's like, Yoda, please. But hey, good for her.
Getting that work.
But I believe that is it
that is everything. Look at that.
That is
Look
it
at
for the news this week.
We did it,
Everything
Jimmy.
was entirely Nogizaka based.
When Boy comes back, Keyakizaka and Hinatazaka will decide to come back as well.
Yeah. They'll be like, oh, we're on hiatus until Boy-kun returns. Because Josh Box and Jimmy can't be trusted to to cover our information well enough. Yeah, but the show's not over yet.
Oh, it's not over yet?
I wish, but it's not. No, I'm just kidding.
What's left?
It is time for everyone's favorite segment. It's the TV show Roundup.
Look at that. What is this segment, Jimmy?
It's a part of the show where we go back and we watch, we cover all the shows featuring all the regular shows featuring our idols. So that would be Hinatazaka de Aimashou, Keyakitte Kakenai, and Nogizaka Kojichu. But right now we've got a special show. Hinabingo is currently airing, and today we also have Nogi Eigo. Oh God. So let's go ahead and get started.
All right.
Oh God. So, I'm just gonna be very straightforward. I only watched like the first half of Hinatazaka de Aimashou. As I mentioned earlier, as you can see from my laundry back there, I didn't get anything done that I wanted to get done today, so I didn't have time to finish the show. But I'll just recap what I did get, and if Mr. Box remembers anything more, he
It was
can
too
add
much
to it.
Japanese for me.
So this episode is gonna be the members' Moso future histories.
We've seen this
I'll be
before.
That doesn't make any sense. Future histories, but yeah, sir, the Moso part, right? The delusion is what they want to imagine that their future will be like.
That's where snack bar Iguchi came from.
Yeah, exactly. It is the origins of that segment. So they're revisiting it. So first we have Kanemura Miku, right? The way that this does it, so they announce like they have like the whole timeline chart, and certain parts of the answers are all blocked off, right? They, the members every now and then they'll ask the members, "Oh, so what do you think this is?" All right, and then they're like, "Okay, when she's 20 years old, she wants to open up her own sushi spot. Can you guess the name?" And then the answer is Kane Zanmai. You guys know it's a popular sushi chain called Sushi Zanmai. And then Wakabayashi is like, "Yo, that's so embarrassing." Katsu's like, "Yeah, it sounds like you get like ripped off there, especially because they have Kane, like, because Kanemura Miku is her name, right? So the kanji for Kane is like the one from Okane, like money. So it's like everything is like money. It's like they're trying to like, rip you off, dude.
20, that's pretty ambitious.
Yeah. 22 years old, she's like, "I'm gonna gather up some disciples and do what?" And then Iguchi Mao's like, "Oh, she's gonna produce a sushi idol group." And like, "Yo, what? How did you know that?" It's like, I guess she'd mentioned it when she was on the like Snack Mao episode.
We have a future producer on our hands.
They had what is it? The name of the group. I'll just translate it. It's like Ten Kan, which is like just like an old currency that no one uses anymore, but it's also like approximately 3.75 kilograms. Anyways, Tenkan 10 colors, right? Is the name of the group. By 23, she wants them to have their own variety show.
Oh, 1 year.
Sushi kuine, right? Like, eating some sushi, huh? Right? And then I don't know why this is next instead of the other way around, because I feel like this should be like before the variety show. But anyways, when she's 30, she wants to get good, like as a hobby. She's going to take some photos and get good at it. And then she's going to shoot their CD jacket.
By herself, saving that money. Look at her.
Yeah, dude. Everything's better if you do it in-house, right? And so they're like, "Oh, what? You like taking photos? Let's get some of the members who like taking photos to take some photos of Kasuga, right?" And it's all these Sony A7s, man.
Right?
I was like,
with them G Master lens, you saw that?
Oh no, they were just the G. It was just the G series.
Oh, it's the G. Okay.
Yeah. So it's the F4, not the F2.8.
Oh, okay.
Because if it was a G Master, the G would have been red. It would have been in a red square. Yeah. I got.
I don't know.
I feel like I know. I feel like whoever called whoever gets the cameras heard me call them out during Hinabingo. You know, like, oh, what, they got the A6500, maybe the A6000, A63 maybe.
Mhm.
They're like, oh no, they we can't show up with APS-C cameras anymore. We gotta give them full frame. So it was like 3 Sony A7 series, and then Bemiho using an Instax like Polaroid camera. It's like, okay, but yeah, they're all taking photos of Kasuga, and Bemiho starts like interviewing, like, why are you doing that? Because he's all posing weird, like, oh, what we're doing, like an interview? And she's like, yeah, like the Kumin's like, yeah, what's going on through your mind when you do this pose, and stuff like that. But Bemiho keeps asking like the hard questions, she's like, oh, aren't you embarrassed, huh, when you do stuff like that? Well, why? What are you thinking? And then they call him about the Emil cream puffs from like 2 episodes ago. So yeah, you feel guilty about doing that, huh? And then, so at the end, they show all the photos, some nice ones. Bemiho gives 2 of the Polaroids. She made the series about like the highs and lows of human life, right? And the first one is like one of Kasuga's silly poses and stuff like that, when he's like kicking in the air and he's making like a woo face or whatever, right? And then the other one is like after them calling him out and stuff like that, and he's just sitting there like.
Look at that, it's artistic. Snap.
Yeah. And so up next is Saito Kyoko's.
Oh, did you also notice the photos did not look like they were shot in full frame at all?
They did not. They like hella cropped in afterwards too, which doesn't make any sense because they're using 24 to 70s. You can zoom in all you want. But anyways, I digress.
Light.
Yeah. Kyonko's next. 22. She wants to produce her own cup ramen called Menya Kyoko-sama. Right. And then she's like, hey, you guys want to see like example of my commercial for it? And she does it, and Katoshi's like, yo, what? That's just a ripoff of when we did the promo with Coco Ichibanya, and we had to do their commercial. And then she's like, I used the Coco Ichibanya commercial as a base. Like, yo, you can't be doing that, dude.
They just stole it entirely.
Yeah. And then by 27, she wants to hit the Kyoko era of ramen. So whenever you talk about ramen, you think of Saito Kyoko. That is all I watched for this episode. So yeah, if you guys want to know what the rest of it, I just have to watch and find out.
We need boy. Where is he? Oh yeah, no! What is this description, Jimmy? What is this next one, Jimmy?
I didn't write that. Dude, I thought you wrote that.
I didn't write that.
It must have been boy blessing us in the chat. But it's okay, we got it. But I'm gonna be honest. I can't tell if this episode was good. Okay, so the next show is Keyakitte Kakenai. I can't tell if it was good or not. I laughed quite a bit when I watched it, but I was also really high when I watched it. So like I just don't know. But here, I'll read it because we all miss boy. So I'll read what he wrote down.
Okay.
This week's episode is Nandeyanen, motherfuckers. Kansai Ben only in this episode. Ya heard? Yeah, so they're like the basic premise of the show is like, hey, we don't know like what is it? If like the Keyakitzaka like brand of comedy would pass. Sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're not, and while we're only broadcasted in Tokyo right now, someday that might not be the case. So you gotta learn how to be funny for all kinds of audiences, right? And so what better way to learn than to get our own Kansai expert, right, from Osaka, like the hometown of comedy in Japan. Right, so they get like a special guest on the show. Sorry, I forget his name, but yeah, so this episode, he's like, it's all very like what I hate to say it, but it's what I think of as like stereotypical like Japanese humor. Like when you watch like any of like the Owara Geinin like shows and stuff like that, or like M1 and stuff like that, right? It's all very much that kind of stuff where like someone will start saying something, and then it's like very traditional tsukomi boke stuff, right? Or boke tsukomi, right? Someone says something stupid, or you purposely say something stupid, and then like, hey, what are you talking about, right? So yeah, they get the guest on, and then they're like, what is it? Okay, from now on, anyone can only speak Kansai Ben, right? And I guess like the best way to give an example of this is like for us being like Californians, right? That would be like the equivalent of Tokyo dialect, right? Because California English is what is used in Hollywood and all of our medias and news and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So even if you like watch like the news in Texas, for example, even though they have their own accent and dialect of English, when you watch the news, they all speak like pretty much more or less like this, right? This is the California accent. So everyone on Keyakitte Kakenai speaks with like the Tokyo dialect, right? But that's like if we had a guest, I was like, no, from now on, only Southern accents, Southern drawl. Let me hear it.
Southern drawl.
Yeah. Howdy, y'all. Today we'll be talking about. I can't do it. I'm not even gonna try.
Keyakitzakers.
Keyakitzaka. No, Osaka is not like Los Angeles because there's no one funny in LA. So that's kind of like the basic premise, right? They like ask the girls like, yo, can you do it? Can you speak with the accent? Can you do some Kansai Ben?
I guess it'd be closer to New York, right? Maybe.
What?
Like the Kansai accent? Like they always make fun of it. And I feel like
yeah.
I don't know.
It's hard to find direct parallels because like the culture is different too, right?
Yeah. Like it's mostly based on comedy, right?
Yeah, all you have to know, but it's just like that's just the way they talk, though. It's not like only comedies and stuff like that. It's just it's just their
the way of speaking.
It's their it's just their brand of Japanese, but it's associated with comedy because it's so many comedians are based out of Osaka, right? So if you don't know that distinction, it's a little bit awkward because it's like like some of the girl, like I don't know, I can't tell, like I know there's like obvious stuff, like instead of nai, right, you conjugate to hen for like no, right, like instead of tabe nai, it's like tabe hen, like I know stuff like that. But then there's also, I guess, like different pitch accents and intonations and stuff like that. But yeah, they even do like their own like Osaka version of Keyakitte Kakenai. So they redo the intro, but instead of like the like voice saying Keyakitte Kakenai, pew, it's like Keyakitte Kakehende, or whatever, right? And then the guy's just like really goofy, like Babyon, and he like I don't know, he does some Boketsukome stuff with Tsuchi and Sawabe, and then
very loud and in your face, right?
Yeah, it's like super, like I don't know, way high tension.
Yeah.
Right.
To keep the energy up, make sure that it never goes down.
What is it? But yeah, so then they like, okay, well, he like tells them like, all right, what any kind of funny stories of recently? And then like, oh yeah, this is hella Kansai, like you usually start a show like this way, idling did it all the time and shit like that, right? And then so you get to see it's kind of hard to recap because like I can't do the accent, that's kind of like the big draw to it. But like, Tsugai tells her story. It's like, oh yeah, recently we're trying to scare. Y'all, so recently, no, I'm not doing. They try to scare. I guess Tsugai.
I don't think Southern people say y'all. They do, yeah, they do.
Yeah, so I guess Tsugai and Fuyuka tried to scare Habu, right?
Was it Habu?
And then like they just jumped out and said "Wah," or no, I think it was like they tried to like, was it Tsugai and Habu scared Fuyuka? Oh, one way or the other, and then like. It was like the most nothing story, like, oh, that's it. And then like, oh, okay. Like, was it Fuyuka tries to add on? And, normally Fuyuka would do a good job. She always kind of comes in to like save the day when they have trouble talking, right? But then because of like the trying to do it in Kansai Ben. I guess she sucks at it.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, "Oh, honmani, yo, I can't fucking do this, dude."
It's like us trying to speak Japanese. We're just like, don't know how to say.
Yeah. And then so Habu is like, "Oh yeah, I got a story."
Mm-hmm.
It's so stupid. Like there was like, yeah, I went to go, pick up like the bento. You know, we have the bentos for the food,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, okay, there's like the tonkatsu bento, and then the curry bento.
Oh, sounds good. Uh-huh.
And I was like, I was like I spent like 5 minutes trying to decide what to eat,
Mm-hmm.
and then the guy's like, okay, and that was the end of her story. And they're like, that's it. What but like the guy, I don't know, he's actually really, really good. Like he does like the over the top concept, like stumbling over the table kind of reaction to Habu's story, right?
Mm-hmm.
And whereas Habu's story would have normally been like a fail, it turned into like a funny moment because he like riffs on the fact that it was such a fail, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I kind of miss this in a weird way because we don't really get this kind of comedy from Keyakitte, right? Like this kind of like very crude, dumb, like very just more hyperactive kind of comedy.
A little more like feeding. I don't know about feeding off each other, but like taking the energy and like making it rise up more.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know, it's like really, I call it dumb, but it's really witty, right? Because you gotta like know when to interject things and then like know when someone's being a bokeh versus when someone's just being stupid, you know, and like how can you like tsukomi that like really off the cuff and quick, right? It's actually like I admire it quite a bit, even though I call it dumb. But next they do like a survey from like the actual Kansai members and just like, yo, is there like anything that like about like the other members that like piss you off and stuff like that, you know? And then Quickie is like, yo, I've been waiting my entire life for this episode. Because she was like the only Kansai person up until now, right? And obviously we have the second gen with a bunch of Kansai members. But Quickie is like, yo, they all just don't know how to do it. And they keep trying. But they just do just say nande and and it makes no fucking sense what we're talking about. Like I get it if they like put it in and we're talking about something and it made sense. But like, you know, they just fucking say it without any context. Yeah, I want to beat the shit out of them, dude. I'm fucking tired of this shit, dude. Like, damn, dude.
It's like if the southern accent was a thing and we were like, "Hey, y'all, yeehaw!"
Yeah. We actually had like a friend from the south, or you know, like for us as Californians, right? Like,
yeah, dude.
Yeah. Oh, word, bro. And I'm like, okay, I fucking get it, dude. Calm down, dude. You know. But what is it? Moving on. What is it? She's like, oh, yo, so what members are like especially bad at this? She's like, yo, Saito Fuyuka fucking sucks, dude. All she does, she's like, and then Saito Fuyuka's like, what? Nanya. She's like, that's what I mean, dude. All she does is just say the same thing as over and over and over again, dude. Like it doesn't fucking make sense. Like I'll say something and she just repeats it and she just keeps saying it and stuff like that. And then like, yeah, like she has, yeah, they like make fun of her for that for a bit. And then like, oh, who else? It's like, Oda Nana, that fucking bitch, dude. And then like, oh, what? And then like they're like, why don't you try? And then she like, so Oda Nana starts talking, and then they're like, yo, what the fuck? She's good, dude. And she's like, and then yeah, she's like, apparently that's the problem. It's like she's good at this for no reason, dude.
Gets me so mad.
Yeah. So what is it? There's some more kind of Osaka stuff that like I don't fucking get.
They talk about Night Scoop. Have you ever watched Night Scoop?
No, because I'm American.
Ooh, Night Scoop is a good watch.
What is Night Scoop, Josh?
Night Scoop is a Japanese variety show where they try to solve mysteries that the viewers send in. So like each of them go out and like go report on the scene to go see exactly what the mystery is. So like one of the mysteries would be like, my dog goes missing but then comes back later on in the day. What happens? So they follow the dog around to see where he goes to like different people, gets food from different people and everything. Or like another one is like, I have a fear of bugs. Help me get rid of the fear of bugs. And they go through and like slowly introduce him to bugs and bugs, eventually trap him in a room full of bugs to get the fear out. It's stuff like that. It's a really fun watch. It's an old show, but it still continues.
Damn, I'm like impressed. I was asking you, not expecting you not to have an answer.
No, I know what it is.
Oh, I didn't. I was just like, oh, okay.
Oh, he's going. Oh, he
Brandon-
actually knows.
Yeah, so I was like, oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good show. I'd recommend watching it. There's subs out for some of the episodes.
Oh, okay. Word. But it's funny. So they asked some of the members because apparently Sawabe is like a regular member on the on that show, and then they're like, "Yo, what did you feel?" And then like he's like, "Oh man, they're really putting a Toho person on here, huh? Fucking Easterner and shit like that."
Mm-hmm.
And then they like asked Takemoto, and Takemoto's me here. Like, oh, what do you think about that? What Sawabe is like, honestly, I've never watched it. And they're like, oh fuck, we're old, dude. Like it's a different generation, dude. But I guess the reason why they brought up Night Scoop was because I guess Koike doesn't like, she needs to watch Night Scoop to be able to fall asleep.
Like it's once a week, right, or something?
Yeah, or she just watches it at night, I guess, maybe reruns or something to go to bed. But then because it doesn't air in like outside of Osaka, she's like, yeah, I can't fucking watch that shit, dude.
Now you know how we feel, Koike.
Yeah, dude.
Now imagine not being even in the same region or nation as that. Imagine having to
So
find other
there's
ways
a
to
couple
watch
more. Yeah. But somehow we watch these shows. What is it? But anyways, so they did a couple more survey stuff, but then the next segment is letting the girls practice their Kansai Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So they basically line up, and then there's gonna be there's a screen, and then a picture will show up on the screen, and then they kind of have to tsukomi it basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or make some kind of retort or joke about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the first group is Sato Shiori, Nagasawa-kun, Akanen, and Habu.
Mm-hmm.
They do okay, but it's like definitely kind of like repetitious, right?
Yeah, they play a little
They're
safe.
just like, yeah, they're playing a little safe. Though the only good one is when Nen comes up, and then it's Sugai's Hengao.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's like, man, make a better fucking Hengao.
Yeah.
And the bitch is like, ooh, that was like her real feelings came out, dude. And so they commended her for that. Next, they had a batch of second gen members, but this is still the Eastern ones, right? So it's Matsuda, what is it? Morita, Matsudaira, and Seki. As expected, Matsuda's probably the better one out of that group. She tends to be a little bit more clever and quick-witted. Once again, it's kind of like repetitious. A lot of nani shitennen, like, oh, what the fuck are you doing? Right? Like, just in Kansai Ben or whatever.
It's like, why are you so green? Stuff like that.
Yeah. It's nothing too crazy. And then after that, they're like, okay, let's get the actual Kansai members up to show them how it's done, right? So, of course, there's Koike Minami, the original Kansai member. But we also have Inoue, Fujiyoshi, Tenchan, Tamura Hono, and Takemoto Yui. And like there's like way more variety here, right? Like
this one has a lot more, like, I guess not effort, but like they know a little bit more what to do other than being general.
Yeah, because it's more effortless, right? In a sense, like they don't have to think about trying to use the Kansai Ben, so they can just actually say stuff like off the cuff a little bit more. I think Hono was the one who impressed me the most during this segment. She had a lot of like really funny retorts for, like, I don't know. There's a picture of like Amon Sensei in the pajamas from like way back when, and then she's like, "Oh, next time, like, bring Santa with you, because like he looks like a fucking elf and shit like that." You know?
yeah.
But yeah, she has like really good like witty retorts or whatever, right? And so everyone's all cheering and stuff like that. Next is like, I thought it was gonna be Monoboke.
Yeah, I thought that too. I was like, oh, I was about to get excited for this. But then it's like,
I know, it's one of
then it's like
it's really repetitious,
yeah,
right?
this is like the most like you don't even have to watch this part.
It's like monotsukomi, right? Where it's like basically he plays with an item and he gives it to them and pretends it to be something that it's not, and then they have to kind of play along with it, and he's like, yo, what the fuck, this isn't what you gave me, right? It's like really kind of like repetitious, right? Like Oda Nana first, like he gives her like what is it, like he has like a microphone, right? He's like, oh, look at this like what is it, I can't remember what he said it was, like ice cream scoop or something like that, or an ice cream cone, like, oh, it's so delicious or something. Like it's just, hey, I could be wrong, but it's the general idea, right? It's this is so good, here, have it. She's like, oh, cool, ice, hey, this is a microphone, right? That's all it is. And they just do that for like, Sawabe does it, then Suchi does it with different items, and she just does it, her retorts. And then like the guest is like, oh, let's call up Watanabe Rika-san, and you're like, I was like, oh fuck, how's this gonna go down, dude? She's so bad at it, but it's so cute. Like that's the only part of this segment worth watching, because she doesn't even retort, or she doesn't even do anything. Like, okay, he has like a fan that has a bunch of feathers on it, right? And he's pretending it's like a thing that you use to clean ears with. And then so he hands it to her, and I'm like, oh, what is Peg gonna say, dude? And then all she does is just giggle with it, like, oh, it's a fan, And like, I can't do it because I'm not cute. But like, I was watching and I was just like, fuck, dude, Peg, so goddamn cute, dude. But yeah, was it Kobayashi goes up? She's pretty good. But like I said, it's all very like what is it? Like kind of obvious stuff, right? Like
I was more interested in what the comedians were saying rather than the next person. Seeing like what kind of, because then it's like Monoboke, where it's like
the only like she had like a really good one, like Pon had a really good one where I think it's Sawabe hands her like a rubber chicken, and he's like, oh, this is
my child.
This is my child and my daughter, and he's like, oh, she half?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's funny. That's I guess that's a good play along, instead of just being like, oh, your daughter's so cute. It's a chicken. It's an actual, like, okay. She's playing along with it as if it was an actual, like, he actually, which was good. But yeah, now that I'm remembering this episode much more sober minded, wasn't that funny?
I don't know. I enjoyed moments of it. I enjoyed the ones where like showed the members pictures, and then they like called them out like Fuika with their headband and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I like those moments.
But yeah, that's Keyakitte Kakenai.
There we go.
Moving on, we have Nogizaka Kojichu. Okay. Overall, what did you think of this episode, Mr. Box? I'm just curious.
That's what I thought. I was like,
see, I don't think it was bad. I just don't think it was funny.
Yeah, I feel like if they, I feel like they wanted something out of it, something more. Like the idea was good, and they executed it well. But I feel like when it came together, it didn't really accomplish the feeling they wanted to give off.
Yeah, they wanted to make it wholesome times, right?
Yeah, but I feel like it was kind of like a little all over the place because everything was so short that you kind of like can't get that feeling from anything.
Yeah. So basically, they had the members split into 6 teams, right? And then they went around to different places. Like the first team, for example, goes up to like Hokkaido, like to Sapporo, and they're basically going around asking people what makes them happy, right? And then like, oh, each little segment goes to like some kind of climax, and then they like Sing Out starts playing, right? Do 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 do.
Shinda Ato.
Oh. So in the Discord we were talking about like that's like the best moment from the episode. That was like 2 minutes in, dude. It's like the very first thing. It's like, oh, so your new single just came out. Shinda Ato, it means after you died. Right? She's like, no, it's Singa Auto. Right? It's like, oh.
And then Asuka later was like, Shinda Auto. Oh, Singa Auto.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like if instead of like going to like splitting up to 6 teams, if they just had one team focus on something and like really develop it more,
Mm-hmm.
then it would be way more emotional.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because
for
that's
sure.
what they're trying to go for
Like
here, right?
max
Like the
2
wholesome.
teams, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like 2 teams or something
Mhm.
where you can like really, yeah, like split it up and have an actual story to tell
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
You know. But yeah, so the first team goes to Sapporo,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um, what is it? They're at like a ski resort. You
Mm-hmm.
get like what is it? The members just sucking at skiing.
Mm-hmm. These little
Right.
segments, I wish they just highlighted like more of these little segments, because I feel like the whole asking
Mm.
people like what makes you happy is kind of like,
Yeah, because
okay.
I don't remember any of that.
Yeah, yeah.
There's one that I do remember because it's like
Oh, you talking about the zoo one?
yeah.
Okay, yeah. We'll talk about that one later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it when we get there. But I mean, it's like all really wholesome stuff, right? Like, oh, what makes me happy? Like, oh, I don't know, like, um, I was able to like get married and watch my kids grow up and stuff like that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
just like, oh, that's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then from the skiing, there's like a wedding that they're going on to.
This felt a
Okay,
little. This felt a little forced. I'll be honest.
yeah. They were like trying to get like, oh, it's a wedding, everyone's gonna cry, right? But then like it just felt like the actual execution was just like everyone's like, oh, looks like there's Nogizaka on a VTR at our wedding,
Uh-huh.
and then they're just like, oh, okay, and then oh, surprise, Nogizaka's here.
Mhm.
And then they come out, and then like
I was
everyone's
like,
like,
oh.
oh, it was like so like not enthusiastic. Like I don't know, like they I might have missed it because I was folding my laundry, but were like the couple like Nogizaka fans or something?
I think the girl was, if I remember.
The girl was, right? Because she was like the one who starts tearing up, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because like Nogizaka comes out. And
But
stuff
she was
like
already
that.
tearing up before that because of all the speeches that her family gave.
Yeah, she like it's like her wedding, dude.
Uh-huh.
Which is like to make sense. So they asked him like, what makes you happy?
Mm.
And it's like the obvious thing. It's like, oh, I'm getting married.
Oh, actually,
today.
I bought this dog the other week.
Yeah. It's like you all know what answer what they were going for. Of course, that's what they're gonna put, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's cute. They teach them the little sing out
Mm-hmm.
dance thing, right?
Which they didn't like. See, that's the problem with this. It's like they don't like expand on it. It's just like, oh, by the way, we taught them how to dance a song. Anyway, next thing.
Dude, that's the thing. Like from this one explanation, I feel like it could have been an entire episode
Right?
worth of content.
Like
right?
just the ski resort and then going to the wedding. That's a whole episode. Right
yeah, and actually let it develop, right? But
Yeah.
no, we gotta go to Kyushu for team 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is the hula school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
They
folding
visit like
clothes. What happened,
kindergartners
Mr.
or
Box?
something like that.
Yeah.
And they go to hula school. Shunichi's done a lot of like hula stuff, if you notice. She does stuff on Nogi Eigo. She does stuff on, I think, Gakutabi. I think that was her. I don't remember. But yeah, she's done a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That's all they do.
Next team goes to what is it? Like the zoo, right? Or a theme park?
First they go to the theme park.
Okay. See, that's how much like I was folding clothes and things just kept happening.
Like you fold a shirt, look over, it's already a different team.
No, really. Okay. Or not exactly like that, but I was like folding the clothes, and then I see them riding a roller coaster.
Mhm.
Then I go to put that clothes, like that shirt, onto my shirt pile, grab another shirt, look up, and now they're talking to people. I'm like, what the fuck happened, dude?
Why are they at a zoo?
Mhm.
Yeah, but in the first one, it's a theme park, so they ask people questions, as every team is going to do. But I don't remember any of the questions except for one later on, and they decide to go ride the roller coaster, and then the punk kid, Iwamoto, is like, "Oh hey everyone, let's clap along with the song." So everyone's clapping along. Miona's there clapping along, but she's like freaking out because the roller coaster's moving the whole time. She's like, wait. She pretends to die. She pretends to faint in the roller coaster, but then even she thought I was like, no, like you're faking it. And then so then they walk around. They get some pretty good looking snacks as they walk around. It looked pretty appetizing. And then Miona hangs out with the fake gorilla on a bench because we know that she likes monkeys and gorillas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then they go see a gorilla who's the same age as Shitara, 46 years old.
Ooh.
They go to a chimpanzee, and then like they're like, oh, can I clap with this? Can I clap with this? And then it doesn't clap, but it starts like grooving a little. And then when they turn around, it starts clapping like like right when they turn around. And that is the last group. But they asked the zookeepers the question of what makes you happy.
This is like the only one we remember.
Yeah.
Aside from Shinda Ato, this is
Yeah.
like the only other highlight of this episode. It's like the girl, right? She's like, "Oh, I'm getting married in like 2 weeks,"
Mhm.
and then they're like, "Oh," and she's like, "Oh, and by the way, the person I'm getting married to is the one standing right next to me."
They're like, they go crazy. They're like,
Yeah, like Hori stumbles over. She's like, "Oh, I wasn't prepared for that. Sorry, I'm still recovering." Yeah, that reaction was like really cute. But that was pretty much that for that episode. After that, we get a live performance of "Sing Out" in the studio.
Kubo gets plenty of screen time, especially near the beginning. I feel like it's a lot on her.
So what happened with this warp stabilizer, Mr. Box?
There's this one camera that's on a rail going from right to left, but the rails, I guess, are probably like, or the wheels, or something's messed up to the point where it's like super shaky. So they try to warp it, but it's so warped that like
Then you see like the skewing and stuff like
you see
that.
the skewing in the warp, and it's like I imagine that's the best they could do, but it's still pretty noticeable.
It's all you just it's when you just gotta crop it in and just gotta like deal with the fact it's a little bit lower res, you know.
Still don't think that could have fixed it.
Oh yeah, then what can you do? But yeah, that's it for Nogizaka Koji Chu.
Mm-hmm.
We're still only halfway through the TV show roundup.
We're way past
'Cause
our
up
regular
next we
time.
Yeah. Up next,
I didn't
we
watch
have
this, so you have to talk to this.
Hinabingo. It's okay. I actually watched all of this.
Oh, okay.
So we're in good shape.
Okay.
So on this episode, we're all gonna be virtual YouTubers now, baby. Hey, let's go. Everyone had to make their own little characters, and then they'll act them out, right? And then they'll pick the best ones to actually make like a video, or like it's like I don't know, is it like a game or something that you can do this with? Because they're literally holding PS4 controllers.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Well, I just saw
later
it
on, right? Yeah, but I don't know. That's me being the old man right now. Like, oh, this is a game. This is what you kids do.
Is this
But
one
you
of
guys
the
all seen them.
Nintendos?
Yo, did you hear about that virtual YouTuber
Which one?
that like had no, not Ki's Not I, but like she had an AV made of her character, and she dubbed over the actual AV actress, so it's like officially her voice and stuff. I just read about this a couple days ago, but anyways, yeah. So they're all gonna be virtual YouTubers, right? And so they go through. They kind of split them up into like little groups at a time. So I'm just gonna briefly go over it because otherwise it would take too long. But we have Kumi's first. She made Kitten-chan. It's a giant giraffe, but then the thing is, it's a giraffe, but it thinks it's human. Takase Mana makes the happy airplane, right? Like happy aura, but it's an airplane. Kawata Hina makes a green bear named Gonkun. All right. That's kind of cute. Before she introduces it, she's like, "Oh, fucking nervous. I'm so fucking nervous. I'm so fucking nervous." Okay. Then she starts voicing it or whatever. Kanemura makes this weird fucking puppet girl thing named Chibiko Ma-chan. I am so thankful, the spoilers, that this wasn't one of the ones that was picked, because it's one of those dolls with like the mouth lines, you know, and stuff like that, and it's like wearing Lolita outfits. I'm like, if I saw that doll in real life, I'd be so fucking scared. Iguchi, I'm a little bit disappointed that they didn't make hers either, because she just does such a good job voicing it, being Iguchi Mao,
Yeah,
all
being her,
dumb and shit like that, you know, like.
Just nonstop.
Yeah, but hers is
talking.
named. It's like a music note or two notes really, because it's like the two notes with the connecting like what is it, like quarter note or not quarter note, eighth note little thing. But hers is Dancing Run Run Chan. Kanimura has a little mochi guy named Mochi Maru Kun. Like Koyabu asks her some question about it, but then she answers like, "Oh, Mochiro." Oh shit! She just realized the own pun that she made, and she started laughing like, "Oh, Mochiro, get it, Mochi." Ushio has one named Futaba-chan. She actually does a pretty good job of voicing it and everything like that. But it's like a cute little girl design, but it's actually 70 years old. Katoshi has Hinata Bear. It speaks all deep and slow, so basically it's just Katoshi, but in a deeper voice. Takemoto makes Miki the mermaid, who is actually like a school girl who after school turns into a mermaid. Kyonko is a fucking freak. She has Muyu-kun, which is this black ball thing. And all he says is just Muyu, 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 Muyu.
Wait,
Muyu.
what does that mean? Like just like a circle, a dot?
Yeah, no, it's like a circle with arms and legs and a face.
Okay.
It's fucking weird. Higashimura Mei makes a giant ass strawberry named Meichigo. Bemiho makes a girl named Jemiko. Was it so close? I thought it was gonna be Jimiko.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Jemiko. But yeah, she voices it all weird, like, "My name is Jemiko. I'm 10 years old. I like this," and it's just like, I don't know. I think the best part about this is just watching the girls' like faces as they make these voices and stuff like that,
doing their effort.
Yeah. Was it Matsuda makes Maigami Kanpekiko, or if you want the English version, it's Bangs on Fleek Girl. She does a pretty good job. Mi Bread has two of them. There's Cookie Kun and Pan Kun. Cookie's like a giant like gingerbread guy. Pan Kun's a little bread guy. She tries to do different voices for the both of them. You can see her starting to struggle. Nibu has like a rain cloud named Mokumo-kun. The Nibu faces here were on 100 because she's like trying to make the voice, and she's just like, Nibu always has like these weird ass face expressions. What is it? Manamu. Hers is named Ume. It's just a giant fucking head. I guess it's an umeboshi. It's all round and shit. Tomita's was fucking hilarious. I couldn't catch the name because she says it in a voice, and her handwriting's really atrocious, so I couldn't quite look it up either. But he's just like a buffed up, like a giant buff 6-pack having rolled omelet head. Like the head is just a rolled omelet, or what looks like a rolled omelet, and its rival is fucking rolled kelp. I was like, yo, that's fucking good.
That's pretty creative, yeah.
Yeah, but they're so they picked 3 to get animated. I was actually kind of surprised at the pick, but it's fine. They picked Gon. That's what is it? Kanemura's not Kanemura, Kawata Hina's green bear thing. Kyonko's Muyu-kun. And then Mochi Maruko. This is Kamimura's, right? Yeah, dude, and then they just get fucking PS4 controllers and go in. Apparently they had like, the
machinima or what?
Yeah, dude, they just had like the camera, like the fucking character already rendered out and stuff like that, so they can control them and move them around.
So they are doing machinima.
Like yeah. And then like what is it? Mochi Maruko, he eats an apple, turns fucking red. Then they're like, oh, can you turn like the member, because they're talking for them, right? While they're making them move around and stuff like that. And so the members asking them questions and stuff like that. It's like, oh, can you turn back white? And then he's like, oh, if I try hard, and boop, turns white. Up next is Gon, or Gon-kun. And it's just like more cute because it's Kawata Hina just having a fun time controlling him more than anything. Like she's just laughing at hella hard and having a good time making him like, I guess like they programmed in like fucking things that they do, right? Like one of the things she said about him is like he likes mitarashi dango,
Mm-hmm.
and so I guess when she hits a certain button, mitarashi dango just starts pouring out of him and shit like that, and so she's just dying,
Mm-hmm.
having a good time, and then she drew him with like a fucking razor scooter. And so if you press a button, he has like a scooter and he just starts doing fucking like skate tricks. Everyone's like, oh shit, dude. uh, and then next, it's like Mochi Maruko and Gonkun hanging out together. Um, yeah, I don't remember much about this, but I remember there's a one moment when because Koyabu asks Gonkun something, right? And then next he asks Mochimaru, but he calls him Kamimura, and then Kamimura is just like so quick witted. Like I was surprised, like just in character, it's like I'm not Kamimura, I'm Mochimaru, And he's like, oh, my bad. Next is Muyu-kun, and this is boring because he doesn't actually fucking talk. He just says Muyu Muyu.
So just
Yeah, but he goes to a ramen shop, and then she presses some button. He just gets fucking fat. Up next, Hinabingo's weird, dude. Like they can't just fill out an episode.
oh really?
So
Something else this time?
yes, there's another segment. They're gonna start member produced dokiris,
Oh, that's good.
right? So this is gonna be exciting. But then so they have one, the first one, and it's Kamimura gets this this old lady to pretend to be her grandma,
Mm-hmm.
and then she's gonna make one of her senpais eat like a hella sour umeboshi. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so the target is Kosaka now.
Ooh.
Top 10 anime betrayals, dude.
Mhm.
This was her sister
Mhm.
just one episode ago.
Mhm.
What is it? But she's like, okay, like the Kosaka enters like the green room or the dressing room or whatever, and then she's like, oh, I'm sorry, my grandma's here to visit. And she's like, oh no, it's cool. And Kosaka now is being like a complete sweetheart. And then the granny's like, oh, I always watch you on TV. You're so pretty. Oh, can I? I brought something nice. You want to try one of my umeboshis? And if you don't know, Kosaka now is like not really good at eating umeboshi, right?
Mm.
Like she hasn't had one in like 10 years because she doesn't like them. But the grandma feeds it to her. And then she eats it like she just eats it. She's like, oh, it's really good. Oh, yeah, I'm actually not really normally good with umeboshi, but this is good. And grandma's like, oh, really? Here, have another bite.
Uh-huh.
And she like this could have been really funny, but I feel like Kosaka was way too good.
Mm.
Like she's just like, oh yeah, it's good, thank you.
Mm.
And then what is it? A cameraman walks in and she's like, oh, what? And then Kamimura pulls out the Dokiri Daiseiko
Mhm.
sign. I'm like, I wouldn't really call it a success though. Her reaction was just so like, oh okay, yeah. It wasn't like she was like,
Mhm.
so or anything like visible like that. And they're like, oh, so what did you think about the umeboshi? She's like, oh, it was really fucking salty, dude. And yeah, so if you want more member produced dokiri, I'm actually excited. I'm hoping for some good ones. That's gonna be our topic for next week.
Mhm.
After that is Hina Room. But as always, we don't watch that shit. So, yeah. So we got one more show.
One more. Let's power through.
You're gonna have to do this one, my guy.
All right. This is Nogi Eigo. This is the monthly show where the members learn how to speak English, or at least try to learn.
Ooh,
Whether they learn or not is is questionable.
it's up to them.
But this episode is the Saito Yuuri Sotsugyo Party. As we know, Saito Yuuri is graduating from Nogizaka46. And Nick, unfortunately, wasn't there to help out, both say goodbye to her and correct some of the English that was on the screen. So, they start off with some English cooking. Let's cooking. She cooks some chirashi sushi, which kind of looks like poke.
It's just like basically like a rice bowl with like sides and then like the raw fish, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's good. It's good. A little bit different flavor wise, but like conceptually the same dish.
Okay. So then they get this this guy. I don't know who he is. Some foreigner guy. And it's like, oh, so when did you decide to graduate? She's like, oh, like from school? He's like, what? It's like, no, like, when did you decide to graduate from Nogizaka 46? And she's like, oh, 2-6-year group. Bye-bye. He's like, what are you talking about? But really what she meant was like, she's 26 years old and she's wants to see the group. She's thinking about the group's future, so she's deciding to leave. At least that's the interpretation that I got. So then later on, it's like, also, like, what do you want to do after you graduate? And she's like, oh, radio personality. And he's like, oh, okay. Do you also want to like try to teach cooking? She's like, yes. Teaching cooking. The member's like, no. She doesn't want to do that. And it's like, oh, so like he always would ask like, oh, what ingredient are you using? She's always like, oh, sugar or stuff like this. It's like, oh, what is that? And she's like, oh, how do you say this in English? He's like, oh, you mean vinegar? She's like, no. I'm no vinegar. No. I have no idea what she means by that. But she's very offended by the fact that he said vinegar to her. So, I mean, I don't know if there's another meaning, but I was confused by it. Next up, they do 3-hint present, which is basically the members got her a gift, and the only way she can receive the gift is if she answers what is inside the bag with these 3 hints that they were going to give her in English. So with Shinichi, it's like, oh, it's very small and convenient, and they spend like 10 minutes like explaining to her what convenient means. And then it's like,
Benry.
Yeah, but she's like, oh, konbini? You bought this at a konbini? She's like, what? No. So then teacher was like, oh, like, do you really know what he's saying? He's like, yes, I understand, but she really didn't understand at all. And then the guy says something else. I forget exactly what it is, but she's like, huh? I don't know this English. This type of English, I don't know what this is. Kono Eigo wakaranai. Something like that. So she's like, how about you just give me a hint? And then everybody's like, what? This whole game is about giving hints to figure out what the present is. At the end, she doesn't get it. I think it's like a, I imagine, I have like no idea what it is because I couldn't understand what it was. I think it's like a little thing like connected Bluetooth to like find where your lost items are. Just because it says it's good for someone who forgets a lot and stuff like that. So I think it might be that. I'm not 100% sure. But next we go on to Higuchi. We get the whole rundown. This one goes a little smoother because she guesses it right. She guesses a towel on the second try. And it is a towel. And she also is like, oh, by the way, I also got you some bath salts along with it.
Ooh.
So she's like, oh, word. I like this. And then we go to Maya, who the whole game, she thought she had one thing, but really it was something else. So all the hints did not correspond to what she actually got. So I'm like, Yutan's like, oh, it's like body soap, right? And then she's like, nope, sorry, you got it wrong. It was actually bath salt. I was kind of surprised that Higuchi actually got this as well. So I was like, oh, we got her the same thing. And then one of them's like, wait, are you sure that's what it is? She reads the back. She's like, oh, it's actually body soap. But then on the bottle it says body.
Maya, please.
It says body oil on the bottle. So I don't know what body oil is.
That's probably like a bath oil or something.
Yeah. So then like teacher's like, oh, but wait, I have something for you too, Yutan. It's like, oh, it's like you can take pictures of your new life or something like that. And so she gets it on the third try. I think they skipped the second one because like I guess she didn't get it or something. And it is a small little camera. And when I saw this, I instantly remembered when I got a camera similar to that in like the 4th grade, because it's like from Walgreens and it costs like $20. It's on a keychain.
Ooh,
you put like a micro SD card in it, and it takes 1.3 megapixel pictures.
What's the point of these even now? We
even
all
know.
have like better cameras in our phones.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like
Because you used to be like you'll always have it with you, right? But it's like we always have a camera with us now.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, I feel like Sensei had this like somewhere in his room, in his house, and it's like, oh, I'll just give her this. Because it really does look like it's a $20 thing from Walgreens. And Yutan says her last message, it's like, thank you. I know it's been a short time, but I really appreciate all this time that we had together. And they're like, oh, Maya, what do you think about that? She's like, sounded nice, but I don't know what she said. And then at the very end, they're like, oh, by the way, there's a new member coming in. And it is Den-chan from 3rd Gen who is coming in.
Let's go. Den-chan getting that shine. Finally, dude.
So we get to see Den-chan do some English. We've seen her do it before with some other 3rd Gen stuff when they were all together. But now we'll get to see her fully shine. It would have been interesting if they got Christy here, since her name is Christy.
But that's like she doesn't actually like know any English and stuff, right? It's just they thought that they're moving.
Yeah, but that's the joke. It's like her name is in English, but like, she doesn't know any English, so they're teaching her English.
Oh.
But I feel like Den-chan's more popular, so that's probably the smarter move.
Yeah. But cool. I'm excited to see Den-chan on Nogi Eigo. But that is the last show of the TV show roundup. So you know what that means.
What does that mean?
It is the end of this week's show.
Oh no! Even though we're 30 minutes over, oh no!
Well, actually, as far as people watching on YouTube, they'll be like, "Oh, it's the normal length."
Oh, look at that!
Because we just started. I don't want to say late.
No, we didn't start late because we always say we start around 7. And just like you can watch this show on twitch.tv/slopeclub every single Tuesday around 7 p.m. Pacific. It's always closer to 7 than it is like today, but it's always around 7. That's for sure. And you can watch the completed episode that's edited on YouTube on Slope Club. Don't forget to check out our Kamieda Emika video that we did with her.
Ooh.
If you don't know who Kamieda Emika is, she is a former graduate or a current graduate, former member,
former captain of NMB48 Team B2.
Yes, former captain of NMB48. So go ahead and check out that interview if you want to see it. It's in English, so you don't have to like read subtitles or anything. So perfectly understandable. There was a little segment in Spanish, but it's really nothing. Go ahead and check that out. Give it a view.
I don't speak Spanish, so and I was there.
Give it a like. Give it a comment. There's a giveaway coming out if Jimmy wants to plug that in again. And yeah, go ahead, leave your comments. That way she knows people are watching, and maybe we can get other guests like her to come on and talk with us. So yes, that does it all for this week. Again, if you enjoyed it, please leave your comments down below for the comment of the week next week. And check out our Twitter for any other updates. Or you could even go to slopeclub.com to catch all of our links to everything. That does it all for this week. We'll see you next week.
Bye.